Hi everybody, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you from the Maritimes of Canada. I just have a quick project sharers because I have a few. They're just some cards that I made, and I'm just going to go through. There's a few of my that I don't believe I got any inspiration from anywhere in particular for mine. However, I do have some that I did get some inspiration from these YouTubers. On this particular design, there's multiple of them out there. You can go on Pinterest and find this panel and find the sentiment here and what have you. But my inspiration mostly came from Connie Stewart, and she's Simply Simple Stamping, and she did this. She sells Stampin' Up, and she does tutorials on making quick cards, making how to make cards, stuff like that. And she's really good. I've been watching her for years. And on this particular one, I think she put things down here. On this one here, I just die cut my butterflies to match the back, and then stamp this with this paper. This shiny paper comes from Dollarama, so I just stamped on it. One thing about that Dollarama paper, I really liked it to stamp. I thought I would have a hard time getting it to stay on the paper, or maybe it would just be like, yeah, I don't know what I thought, but it stamps really well. So, like I said, I have a few here. I have way more than this, but anyways, these ones here, I think Connie stamps hers. I decided to stamp mine, use the same background as this on this particular card, and just put some brass kind of looking things down the side. This one had two, well, no, it's not two, actually. This one here is Mixed Up Craft, and it showed us and did a tutorial on how to do this pattern with our scraps. So, yeah, and I just kind of incorporated, I have nesting dies, oval nesting dies, and I just made these layered down. Another one from Connie. I just used a tag instead of... This one here is also from Connie, but I did it a little bit differently in the fact that I did emboss the back and had this paper forever and just kind of matched up the colors for it. Yeah, and a little... This one I really like. I've had that paper forever as well, and it just went really nicely with that shiny green paper from Dollarama. The next thing that another inspiration that I had, and this again would be you can find these multiple people doing this on the web, but I did May Made Crafts, and then what you do is you take your stitch runner, take your I use my metal one, and it's just running this up and down to make fake stitching, essentially. So I'm not sure if you can see that along the edge. And I just like, I had that one and this one here, and you can see the edge. And yeah, so this is not my design, and sadly I don't have the person that the person's name that I got that off of. I'm sure that it's nothing new out there, but this one here is done by Yolanda. It was Yolanda K, I think, that did the well, I have sorry about movement. I have these sketches that you can use for inspiration, and this one here is my way of doing this, essentially. And the key to mine, I had this is actually ribbon that I had that I just laid on top of each other. These are the wooden leaves from Dollarama. You can get them in those wood packs, and I just did them with the Martha Stewart gold paint. This little chipboard item I got ages ago, and secondhand stuff, and I just took a gold marker around it and then stamped my thing. So yeah, those are the ones that are inspired, and I will be linking everything. However, keep in mind with the made crafts, I do something a little bit differently with mine, in the fact that the ruler's the same, but she uses her notebook because you need something underneath it in order to go through to the paper. So she uses a notebook. I use a piece of craft foam, and I just, that way I don't waste paper and stuff like that, so it just goes on forever. This craft foam is fantastic. So my cards that I don't think I've copied any of them. I'm sure we all think of the same ideas a lot of the time, but I like giving credit where credit is due. This one here is, this is a die that I have, this happy birthday die, and this is a die that I have as well. And I just had the paper from Dollarama, which is, it's marble, and then this is the off of a paper stack from Michael's that was watercolor. And yeah, I liked that, how that came out. Then I was playing around with strips and kind of figured this out. Unfortunately, I know it's morbid, but unfortunately we all need those cards at times, and I thought this was a nice one that wasn't specific gender-wise, and it was not like, I don't know, happy looking, I guess. So yeah, that's what I did with that one. This one here, again, it's the marble paper from Walmart. I just took another one of my dies for the balloon, put some, I have a punch that does flowers, and I just did a few down here and there. This is a paper clip that goes across. This is from the magazine that I got the other day. It is, I know, it's terrible that I can't remember, right? So it's card making and paper craft. So they had these cutouts and stuff like that. And then I just took another one of those ovals that I had made and put it in back here to bring everything together and to bring in this sparkly stuff here too. So I thought that came out. I liked it. Anyways, it's something different. This one here, I actually, this is a tag that Tina Epp gave me in some Happy Mail. And then these glasses come from of my winnings of Stacy Stash. She gave me some washi tape, and it had these glasses. So I just cut one out and raised it a bit, put a sparkly ribbon underneath there. And these stickers are ones from Dollarama, and they're from EK Express, I think they are. Anyways, I was astounded the other day because I'm flicking through Amazon, and I know I picked these up for $1.25 probably, and I go through Amazon EK Success, and it's $5. They were selling the exact same set for. I was blown away. This little heart came in a SCT sampler kit, so it just went perfectly. And then I just did some quick faux stitching around just to add something fun. This one here is, this is paper I had forever. And I got it secondhand. I know that. And then this was washi tape. I forget who just gave me that. I think actually I got that from a winning from Thelma Hall. These were punched out of similar paper to this one, and just had the sparkle there. And then I added some leaves and just a little curl here, and that's it. Again, this paper here is from Dollarama and stamped really well there too. This one is similar, but I just offset the squares a little bit. This ribbon is actually paper. This is from the same magazine that it was a cutout that was there. All I did, even though they were just they were thinner paper, what I do is I just mount them on some scrap cardstock, and you can't tell really that I did that with glue. And then with the same flower punch, I had punched all those out and figured I'd use them there. And then finally I have this. And I actually don't, I find this isn't too bad. I've had this paper forever. Again, secondhand purchase, but never knew what to do with it. And then I'm just sitting here playing the other day, and well, that's how I brought it. And it's funny because using the same ones as Connie Stewart had, I have another card that's completely different using the same paper. So it's great how you can get two different cards out of that paper, and I've been sitting on it for years. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I appreciate you stopping by, and I would love it if you liked or shared and subscribed to my channel. I'm trying to get to 125 before I have my first contest, so I look forward to getting that going. So anyways, everybody, have a great night. Take care. Bye.